Hello, everyone. I know there's only 2 people today, but I will be uploading it to YouTube, so you can view it later, but thank you so much for being here. I want to go back and review. Hold on one second. Hold on, let me turn off my phone. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't expect someone to call me. I wanted to silence it, but I would like to go back and review the manual alphabet because we've been off for 2 weeks. I'm sure some of you feel like, hey, I already forgot everything. I don't blame you. ASL requires consistent practice every single day in order to become fluent. So let's go back and review the manual alphabet. Then we will go to the next level. So this is A. Remember, don't get confused between A and S. This is A, this is B, this is C, D. The most common mistake is D and F for most people. So don't look at your hands when you're signing. This is D, just remember the shape. This is E, F, G, H. Don't turn it out. It faces towards you. You don't want to hurt your wrist. Be very gentle when you're signing. I, J, K. Remember the thumb goes in the middle of the middle finger. K, L, M. Remember the M and N can be confused too. So M is 3 fingers, N is 2 fingers. O, P is like a drop down K, Q, doesn't really matter how you shape it or turn it. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So if you need specific help with specific letters of the manual alphabet, please ask me which specific letter you need help with. Now we're going to review the numbers. 1. Remember, don't sign out, sign in, facing you. 1, 2, 3. Not 3 with 3 middle fingers, 3 with the thumb. 4, 5. And then for 6, you turn your palm out, 6, then 7, 8, 9, and 10, where you shake the thumb. 11, 12, 13, there's 13, 14, 14 has the thumb tucked in, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Again, if you feel like you're not sure about a specific number, please write it in the chat and let me know and I will review it with you. Now the next thing we're going to focus on today will be the numbers 20 to 30. 20 to 30 is a tougher set of numbers. I will teach you 20 to 30 only for today, but if you want to learn more, I can do it one-on-one. But today we're going to focus on the hardest part of the numbers, which is 20 to 30. So this is 20. 21 can be signed two different ways. 21 this way with a thumb. So 21 where you tuck in the thumb. 22. 23. 20. It's the two fingers and then the middle, which is 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. And 30. So again, just remember, we always start out with two fingers for 20, 21, 22, there's two bounce, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. These numbers are so tough because most of us are used to putting up two fingers instead of the thumb and the index. But from 20 to 30, we always use the index and the thumb to start with the 20s. So the numbers after 30 are pretty easy. You do the same thing. You have the 3, and then you add one more finger, the 31, 32, 33, 34. If you'd like me to explain those numbers, I can in person or over Zoom. But right now we are going to work with colors. So red, R-E-D, red, this is a sign for red. R-E-D, red. This is a sign for blue. B-L-U-E, blue. B-L-U-E, blue, such as the balloon is blue. The next color is Y-E-L-L-O-W, yellow. This is a sign for yellow, such as the streamer in the room, that's yellow. So I'll sign it again. Y-E-L-L-O-W, yellow. The next color is purple, P-U-R-P-L-E, purple. That's the sign for purple. The next color is pink. Now it is a little confusing. There's red and then pink. So pink, you sign with the manual alphabet P and then P-I-N-K, but you only do the P on your chin, pink. So it's red and then pink. G-R-E-E-N is the color green, and this is a sign for green. G-R-E-E-N, green. The next color is orange. So to the letter O, R-A-N-G-E. And this is the sign, orange on the chin, orange. The sign for black, B-L-A-C-K, and this is a sign for black. So it's a finger across the forehead, such as my shirt, black. W-H-I-T-E, I, T, E, white, white, such as the wall is painted white. White. W, H, I, T, E, white, white. That's the sign for white. G, R, E, Y, gray. This is a sign for gray. Again, G, R, E, Y, gray. B, R, O, W, N, brown. This is a sign for brown. So it's a B rubbed across your face from top to bottom. B, R, O, W, N, brown. Now I'm going to go ahead and sign it. Red, yellow, blue, green, purple, pink, pink, orange, black, black, white, white, gray, gray, brown, brown. Okay, yay, congratulations, you learned your colors. Woo-hoo. Again, if you want a specific color in terms of helping with a specific color, let me know and I can help you with that. Now we're going to learn yes and no. So this is a sign for yes, yes. Remember how I explained last time. Focus on your face and body language, facial expressions. So you nod yes, shake the S yes, and this is no, shaking no. Someone asked me for the sign for rainbow. That's the sign for rainbow. Because there's 4 different colors, so we use 4 fingers to show the rainbow. So there's yes, no. When you're chatting with people, it's always nice to introduce yourself. So this is hello, my name, what, and then you finger spell your name. Hello, my name, what, T, E, D. So you can practice this. Hello, my. Remember the difference between I and my. Try not to confuse those signs. Again, this is my, the sign for my, like my cell phone, my name, my. I. It's one person, I. Use your index finger to point to yourself. My name, this is the sign for name, and then this sign for what. And then you finger spell your name. Mine is T-E-D, Ted. When you're done with introductions, you say it's nice to meet you. I know this may not be appropriate, but I'm going to let you know anyways. Please make sure you don't confuse nice. For example, I don't want to confuse like the sign for sex versus meet. So it's 2 people standing, approaching each other and meeting, and that's it. So it's nice to meet you. For example, hi, my name is Ted. Nice to meet you. How are you? Some people, as deaf people, don't use the word is are. So we just say, how are you? How, in English it's how are you, but in ASL it's how you. We sign how you, but it means how are you? And then you can respond, I'm good. Okay? So again, hello, my name, T-E-D, excuse me, nice to meet you. How are you? Are you good? Good. Now, I will give you 5 W signs. Yeah. So this is a sign for what? W, H, A, T, what? Look at my facial expressions. My brows are down. It's down like what? The next one is where. W, H, E, R, E. Where? Where? Remember, where is the bathroom? You don't have to sign the whole sentence, where is the bathroom? It's bathroom where? So that's what and where. The next one is who. Who, this is a sign for who, like who's in the room, who are we talking about? So that's the sign for who. I've seen some signs where they do the index finger over the lips, as in who. It just depends on where you're at and who you're talking with. You know, there are sign accents depending on where the person learned it from. So there's who. But here in California, in Los Angeles, we sign it this way, who. This is a sign for why. At the end, you want to have the manual alphabet letter Y. So it's brushed off from your forehead down to a Y. The next W word is when. W-H-E-N, when. This is a sign for when. 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 What, where, who, why, and when.
It's frozen right now for some reason.
No, oh. It's beautiful on the screen.
I'm gonna try some things, everyone, just to see it again. And did you get disconnected? Will you reconnect?
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me see some real fast.
We apologize for the brief technical issues, everyone.
Okay, the last 2 words are thank you. But don't get confused between thank you and good. As I mentioned before, if someone opens the door for you and you say good, they're gonna be like, wait, what? That doesn't sound right. So it just depends on the sentence. So thank you, good. Thank you. And this is a sign for please. Now, I'm finished with the 2 lists for today. It's so much for you to learn. If I confuse you, you will be overwhelmed and it'll be way too much. And you'll forget so much of your signs. So it's brief, but if you want me to use this time to clarify any signs, please let me know. If you want me to practice one-on-one with you, that's fine too, so. But I'm talking about only today's lessons, not prior lessons. If you have more questions for future topics, you have to hold on for today. I only want to focus on what we have learned today. So someone has asked me when and why. So it's W-H-E-N, when. This is a sign for when. And it's because we're talking about time, like the clock. So we move our finger around.
Hey Ted, we have some things in the chat.
Yeah, I know, yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Everyone, I'm just letting you know that the link of the whole class will be available on YouTube.
I will go ahead and review the manual alphabet. If you just joined, it's fine because we're doing a lot of review, so. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now the numbers again are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now this is the hard part. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 26 again, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I also want to add that 25, it's the right sign to sign it this way, but some people actually sign it 25. So there's a variation with that. It's just easier on the hand for some people. So, but I want you to be aware of it, but don't get it confused between 25 and 25, the different ways to sign it. So there's just future reference. I'm going to go back to colors now. know, there's a lot of fancy signs out there or fancy colors that I don't really have a sign for. You just have to finger spell it, like teal and all those more in-depth colors. That's why I'm just teaching you the basics. So you might ask me, but I may not have an actual sign for it. So there's a sign for rainbow, rainbow. This is a sign for yes, no, yes, no. Hello, my name, what? T-E-D, Ted. Remember to finger spell your name, not my name. Nice to meet you. So it's nice to meet you. Remember, don't use more than the 2 index fingers. Just nice to meet you. How are you? How are you? This is the sign for deaf. D-E-A-F, deaf. Or deaf. It doesn't matter. Ear to chin, chin to ear, whatever is more comfortable for you. This is a sign for hearing. H-E-A-R-I-N-G, hearing. Deaf, hearing. So when you meet someone, you say, hello, my name is, nice to meet you. You can ask them, are you hearing? Are you deaf? Let's review the 5 W's. What? This is a sign for what? Where? For example, where's the bathroom? Where's the food? Who? This is a sign for who, like who's in the room? You talking about me? Oh, I'm Ted. Who? Why? Why? Remember to bring it down from the temple. This is a sign for when. When. I know for hearing culture, it's not appropriate to point, but in the deaf community, we point often. It's not considered a bad thing. It's just how we communicate to make things obvious, like who, and then you point over there. But you can, use your head to kind of gesture. I understand the difference between hearing culture and deaf culture. But whatever you feel more comfortable doing, that's fine. Just so you know, we tend to point more, like, where's the bathroom? And we point over towards where the bathroom is, and it's just clear communication. It's a sign for thank you and please. All right, any questions so far? Any questions at this point? I'm not gonna bite because I can't do Zoom, but. I guess, without any questions, that means I'm a good teacher. Very inspiring, thank you. Oh wait, there's a question. Great question. A person asks, how often do you recommend us practicing? Honestly, I encourage you to practice every single day. I recommend people practicing the manual alphabet first. For example, if you're driving and you see a license plate has numbers and letters, go ahead and use that opportunity to practice the manual alphabet and the letters in sign language, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, G, E combinations. If you're at a restaurant, you can finger spell the restaurant name. If you meet someone, practice their name. If you have a cat who has a name, you can practice their name. It just becomes easier and more natural in terms of the signing if you do it every day. If you don't use the sign with the fingerspell, that will be more difficult. But you should learn the signs and the fingerspelling, and it will be easier. I know this class is only once a week. It's not easy to remember what you've been taught, what I've shown you. But try to, practice with each other, go on YouTube, I encourage you to practice every single day, however you can. Oh, look at that. I completely forgot about the colors. Sorry, oh, gold, yes, that color gold, yes. So this is sign for gold, and then silver. So gold is with the G, silver is with the S, and it comes from the earlobe. Yeah, such as the women wearing earrings, so silver and gold. Now this is signed for California, and we sign that because we are like the gold state or the golden state. So this is gold, silver. Yeah, okay, good question. The sign for clear is two hands, clear. How do I get what you mean about being clear, relating with color. For example, this is clear. You can see clearly, or you can see clearly through there's clear color, and then you can see through something, or it's transparent. You can see it because it's clear and transparent. So. I have a person who asked me about resources exactly for the manual alphabet or other signs. And I will have to research that and share it with you through email if it's okay with you. Because to be honest, I have so many signs in my own library that yeah, I never thought to add the resources, so. I know some people own a business, and I can ask them and share that information with you too, so. Here. Yay, all right. Yes, you're welcome. Let's see what some other signs. When you communicate with people, try to use colors. For example, if you want to give a person an orange, well, maybe that's not, let's see, I don't have anything orange in the room, so, I don't know, okay, let's see. When you chat or give someone, or, like you give somebody like a blueberry, you can, or if you're not quite sure about the sign, you can kind of figure out the sign from that. Blueberry is you're picking a berry and it's blue and you're eating it. So take advantage of communicating with deaf people. I remember when I was in Mexico, I wasn't born and raised speaking Spanish, so I had to learn, and eventually we just were able to communicate. So practice simple words and gestures, and that will help you to improve your receptive skills. Maybe you can take advantage of time with friends and family. You can also practice with the game charades, that you look at the card and you have to kind of describe with your body and arms and gestures what that word is, it's the same thing as is a way of improving your sign language and receptive skills. It's wonderful. Even with deaf people, we have our own game. Sometimes we only use pinkies to sign. And we play with signs, and it helps us to improve our receptive skills. Any more questions? If you feel awkward about something, please feel free. One-on-one, that's fine too. So someone asked about the sign for again and repeat. So this is again, repeat. I wish I could play a joke with you because can you spell basketball? People will spell basketball, it's a long word. Then I ask them, how do you spell baseball? Oh yeah, I know how to spell baseball. Wait, hold on. Can you spell again? And they spell baseball. I said, no, spell again. They say spell baseball. And I said, no, they don't realize that it's A-G-A-I-N. Again. No, not baseball. So it is again, I'm sorry. But this is the sign for again, this is the sign for repeat. Like, again and again and again, or repeated. The next class, we will focus on emotions, happy, sad, mad, and I will expand on those emotions. And I'll teach you signs, and I'll think of things to add for our next class. We'll review, and then I'll teach you new signs. Someone asked about the sign for slow. This is the sign for slow. This is a hearing sign for slow with two hands, but the deaf sign for slow is up on the arm. This is a sign for fast or fast, like really fast and then slow, slow, and then fast. Sometimes you'll see deaf people exaggerate their sign, and they do it this way. Very, very, very slow. You look at it and you're like, really? Oh my gosh, that's exaggerated. Why? I don't know, because it's fun. I'm not sure, so. But anyways, that's the sign for slow. We tend to watch movies. Some are good, some are really boring, and some are extremely slow or just suffer for hours on end just watching this slow going movie. So it just depends on the situation and what you're explaining to the other person. So just so you know, if people exaggerate their signs, that's what they do. When you tend to exaggerate signs, you tend to exaggerate, I don't know, depends on the situation again. It's, for example, food. All right. Some food is good, some food is not so good. Good food. Oh my gosh, wow, this is amazing. This food is so good. They show it in the face and the hands and the body, and they just show all these gestures. Just depends. So sometimes people love to exaggerate about food and others do not. So just keep it basic, just say it's good food. When you're at Starbucks and signing, feel free to exaggerate. What'd you say?
Courtney has her hand raised.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay. Oh, Courtney. Hello.
She wanted to.
What? Communicate? What do you mean? Can you expand on that more a little bit, please?
Oh, sorry. Hi. I just wasn't sure what this meant. I just like noticed it a lot, but I wasn't.
What, oh, the sign for communication? Oh, okay.
Nope, she's asking what this particular sign is.
That's communicate.
Yeah, communicate, that's the communicate.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so it's 2 C's back and forth. This is chat. If you want to chat with someone, chat, 2 hands, shake, chat, you and I can chat. Or if we need to communicate about this, it's more formal, it's communicate on the chin. It's a good question, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't expect you, when you signed what, communicate, but yeah, miscommunication, now I know. No, you signed it correctly, I just misunderstood what you were trying to ask, that's fine. Miscommunicate. There's 2 signs for that. In English, it's miscommunicate. Miscommunicate. Or miscommunication. On the temple, to be honest, most appropriate sign would be miscommunicate and then miscommunication. It means you can, didn't understand or you changed your mind. So I encourage you to sign this, miss and then communicate. This means mistake, wrong. So this means miss, when you have the Y on the chin and you move it, it's miss or mistake. Wrong, mistake, yeah. They're very similar, it's hard sometimes. Even myself, I forget, so please be patient with me. Any more, let's see, hold on 1 second. Pen and paper. I'm gonna add on my list on my phone, what words I could add to a future list too. Words that we've already talked about, like rainbow, mistake. Again, repeat. Oh, clear. Okay, perfect. Thank you for giving me new words to put down for next week's class. Making sure you remember what we talked about today and then we'll review next week too, so. Yeah, just so I can communicate clearly with everybody. Body parts. What, can you expand on that question, body parts? Is that in general? Oh, yeah, okay, got it, okay. Yeah, I can teach you about body parts. the signs for those. A lot of it's either pointed or finger spelled. For example, throat, you point to the throat, arm, point to the arm. But yeah, I can teach you that for next class, sure. Mhm. Perfect. I thought you meant body expression. I was a little confused, so I just wanted to clarify what exactly you wanted to learn. So. Let's see, emotions, body parts, few words. Yeah, I think that's it. Any more questions? Yes, I can teach you queer, transgender, or trans. Disabled, DA, disabled, it's DA for disabled. By POC, I think for by POC, I've seen one sign, but it's POC for sure because of color, but you have to finger spell it. There's not really a definite sign yet, so. POC, people of color. By POC is Black people of color.
Right? So BIPOC doesn't stand for Black, Indigenous, people of color, so the I is.
Yes, that's correct, yes. Black, Indigenous, people of color. Right now, the appropriate sign for BIPOC, I don't really know. I don't want to assume anything. I need to ask my community, but I think it's Black and then with the hands in between and then POC. I'm not sure, but I'm going to ask around my community and I will definitely update you by next week. Perfect. Yes, of course, of course. This is pride, Pride, pride. With the thumb against the chest going up. This is pride. Yeah. One person asked me full sign for I love you with all my heart to, to my grandkids. Let's see. You don't have to sign the full sentence, of course. It's I love you with, and just show with your body and facial expressions, like 2 hands, I love you, 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 love you, love you, with the hug sign. Love you, love you. That shows in your body language and your facial expressions. With 2 hands, I love you, shows that, man, I love you with all my heart. This is the I for I, L for love, Y for you. I love you. That's why we signed that for I love you. I love you. 2 hands means I love you so much. Oh my gosh, I love you so, I love you so much. Yeah, so that's what that is. Some deaf people tend to exaggerate and they add the R, meaning I really love you. So that's like, I really, 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 oh my God, I really do. One person asked me about CRIP, C-R-I-P, disability, name, acronym. I don't know if it's appropriate sign for it, but DA, disability, or abilities, or abled person. But I'm not sure if there's an actual sign for that. I'm gonna ask my disabled deaf community members and see what they would like. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's fine. Surgery. I think. Yeah, so this is sign for surgery. This is your body, and then you're cutting through the body, as in surgery. Or if you want to use your own body, saying that you are getting surgery or had surgery, you can show exactly where the surgery was. You can have brain surgery, surgery in your chest, lungs, wherever. I know I've given you a lot of new words and signs today. I wasn't supposed to. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for the other people, but I typed in my phone. I will review them again next week. So I'm going to add surgery and oh, I love you. Perfect. You can sign I love you, or I love you, or I love you. Whatever you feel more comfortable with, that's fine. But there's I love you with the one hand, and then there's I love you with 3 signs. AABE, you want me to expand on that? I'm not quite sure what that is. AABE, yes. I don't know.
If I'm not mistaken, he's saying if there's any like commonly African American words that you are using ASL. If that's what you're saying.
Got it. Okay, got it. Okay. It's a conversation about African American signs, exactly. Recently, it was sent out on social media a few months ago. It said that African Americans have their own specific signs. It's not the same as ASL. So, but I'm not African American, so I'm not quite sure exactly what those words and signs are, but they do have their own signs. So, but there is a conversation going on through social media right now to show the difference between African American signs and ASL signs. So it's definitely something that I can ask my friends about to maybe show up in our class and teach that. I am not qualified to do that. That's not my level. I will have to ask someone to join our class maybe one day and teach those signs. I know one sign from my friend who is Black. It's cat. Like you just made something up, you lying. I just remember, I never forgot that. But yeah, I would definitely get a hold of it. It's a good question. I appreciate you asking about that. It's definitely something that's different out there in the community. We have accents, ease signs, versus west signs. So there's trash and there's trash. The east signs out the temple, the west signs it off the elbow. So yeah, this is the sign for interesting. That's interesting on the west side. On the east side, specifically for New York, is interesting. So it's one hand, it doesn't come off the face. Trying to remember another east sign. Hospital for the west sign is signed this way, hospital. In the east, it's signed. In New York, it's signed across the forehead. So I don't know why that is, who knows? But I know one. Here we sign steel. In Washington, D.C., they sign steel. There's actually a story behind it. Deaf people tend to go into a store and they say, oh, let's steal. And they don't realize that people, for example, the camera and security are watching them. So when deaf people steal, they sign the steal, and there's people that sign, so they understand they're going to steal. So they catch them before they can learn, leave the store. And so they end up putting them in jail. So they had to change the sign. So the security, the cameras wouldn't catch what they were saying. So it's just, part of on the East Coast. So. All right. Seems like it's time's up. Thank you everyone for joining in our class today. I do appreciate your attendance. You've learned a lot today, and I definitely will look up more words and we will review them and go over them again. I will ask my community members about more signs. I need to learn some new signs, of course, and share with you, and you can share with me, and whatever, we can learn together. So I will teach you as much as I can. So thank you so much for your questions and encouraging me to go out and research more. We'll have class again next Friday. We'll do review plus maybe new signs I'll come up with from the community, and I'll share them with you. Okay? All of you are very welcome to teach me signs too, please. Right.
Says, some people had some technical issues. Will you send new Zoom link?
Is it new link or?
So basically, what we have it set up right now, this is Jay, that the Zoom link is a different one each week. So we send out a new invitation each week. And so please pay attention to social media. And you also all have contact with Ted. He can always send you a link.
Yes, of course. Yes, I can send you the link anytime. Yeah, just let me know. Sorry about the technical issues, but it's posted on YouTube. You can always watch it anytime. All right. Thank you. Bye, everybody.